We are the dollars and cents.
All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Heck of a day I got going on here. TCU won, going to the championship game. So, you guys, this is New Year's Eve. This is my New Year's Eve outfit. Battery in my car died earlier, so it's literally running outside. Had to get it jumped. Running outside right now so it doesn't die, so I can go to a New Year's Eve get together because it's New Year's Eve, and why would I stay home on New Year's Eve? Anyway, so this is gonna be kind of an interesting video. You're gonna sort of get two reviews in one. Funny, I was in TJ Maxx the other day. I found both of these fragrances right next to each other. Heard a little bit about this one in 2022, and it's ironic. This is the last night of 2022, and I'm gonna be reviewing one that came out this year. Probably a good way to go out. Unfortunately, the update is going to be after the new year starts, but it's fine. You guys get the drift. But it is Drakkar Intense from the house of Guy Laroche, guys. Now, this one came out this year, of all. I figured it would have come out. I mean, I think the original came out like in 82 or something. You guys can Google that. But, yeah, it came out a long time ago in the 80s. And I remember that one. Here is the bottle of the original. And I'm going to let you guys know what I got out of this one because I actually bought both of them. And I haven't tried this fragrance in a very, very long time. Now, this one reminded me of a lot of late 80s fragrances. I would say early 90s because I was younger. I was like smelling fragrances in the early 90s. But technically, this came out in the 80s. But when I smelled this fragrance, I did smell like a Sung Om, very green, it's very barbershop-y. It smells like shaving cream. It has a bit of a fougere sort of essence to it. It's green, it's herbally, it's citrusy on top, which is really, this fragrance is a lot better than I remember, guys. Like when I smelled the DNA, I was like, okay, that's it. But it's funny, I've never actually sat there and just reviewed. I've never actually smelled it as an adult, honestly. And never actually tried to like smell the notes and go through the breakdown of the notes. And this fragrance is actually not that bad. Yes, it's dated. Yes, it's old. Yes, it's a cheapie. Speaking of cheapie, this was like 33 bucks. I do think that they mistook this one for the new one because I believe this one was $31.99 and so was this one. I think you can get these for like $15. Anyway, this fragrance, I got 8 hours of it every time I wore it. So it has, not beast, so it has good performance. It smelled like Sung Om. It smelled like Irish Spring. It smelled very green, very herbally. I think I already said that. Citrusy, fresh, barbershop-y, right? Fougere. Has a lot of lavender, citrus, whatever, but not a bad fragrance. Again, not groundbreaking. This is old, but it smells good. So if you like those types of old school fragrances, this one's very safe. It just smells like an 80s, 90s fragrance. Now, moving on to Drakkar Intense. I do notice that it says Drakkar Intense and not Drakkar Noir Intense. Is there, now, I did look, I think there's a Drakkar Essence. It comes in a blue bottle, but is there a regular Drakkar? Because they came out before the Noir? I don't know. If there is, then I apologize. But I'm assuming this is supposed to smell just like the original, just a parfum version, or eau de parfum. So, here's the box. Nothing too fancy. Just has gold down here. Here is the bottle. Now, you guys can see, we have the same looking bottle. One's just clear with dark juice. The other one's black, as you can see. We've all seen this one before, but this is, I mean, it's not a bad looking bottle. I like that the juice is nice and dark, but this is intense. Again, you guys can help me out. Drakkar Noir Intense or just Drakkar Intense? I'm just going to say Drakkar Intense. That's what it's called. Sorry if I'm rushing, guys. I need to leave soon, so I'm trying to hurry up and get through this. So, Drakkar Intense from the house of Guy Laroche is a men's aromatic, woody fougere fragrance released in 2022. The nose behind this fragrance is Nicolas Beaulieu. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Okay, the notes for this fragrance. In the top, we have bergamot, absinthe, coriander, and rosemary. In the middle, we have lavender, clary sage, juniper berry. And in the base, you run things off with patchouli, vanilla, suede, and moss. Now, I wanted to keep this video as short as possible, so I didn't go out and get the other notes for the original Drakkar. Just know there's a lot of notes in there, a lot of green notes. And again, it smells like a barbershop fragrance. Not sure what to expect with this fragrance, but this is going to be my scent of the evening. I mean, it's you know, has a black cap on it. I'm wearing all black tonight. Figured, hey, why not? I wore a different fragrance earlier. Hopefully, it's all washed off when I was in the shower a minute ago. But let's give this fragrance a first impression because I really want to know what this one smells like. Now, I did wear this one for 3 days in a row, so I have a really good feel for this. So I'm going to be able to let you guys know if I actually get the DNA in this or not. We'll see. But yeah, so here we go. Going in on Drakkar Intense. Pull that sleeve up here. Good sprayer. Really good sprayer. Okay. Definitely getting the a little bit of that DNA. This is a lot warm, spicier. It's thicker and sweeter. Immediately getting the vanilla. I'm getting. It's very. It smells like there's like a sweet amber sort of amberiness to this one. Definitely matches the juice. Right now, I'm not seeing that. Again, bergamot, absinthe. I don't really know what that is. Coriander, rosemary, lavender. I'm really getting a lot of vanilla. I'm getting the lavender. I'm getting the clary sage. So it's a little bit green, but overall, this one really is more sweet, thick. Again, a little ambery. It smells like the juice color. It's a lot sweeter than I thought it would be, and a lot not green enough compared to the original. But immediately I got a little bit of that DNA from the opening blast. But now it's sort of settling in to do its own thing. Almost, there's no leather in this. Almost smells like there could be some leather in this. Like they're like maybe like one molecule away from going, boom, there's leather. But there is not. I will say, this is not a bad fragrance on its own. If I were to smell this, would I think this was a Drakkar Noir flanker? I don't know, honestly. I'm not really sure. I do think the opening first 5 or 10 seconds, I'm going to keep doing this in my head, guys, so get used to it. The opening few seconds was nice. And it did remind me a little bit of Drakkar. But once that passed on, it's sort of doing its own thing. Again, just picture a lot of lavender, a lot of this vanilla. Some of that patchouli. Oh, okay, so there is suede in this. I sort of glanced over that. So there is suede. So I'm getting so that leather note that I was getting, it's there. It's suede, not leather, but it's suede. Yeah, so this is not a bad little fragrance, especially for $31. I mean, this one came out, I think, 6 months ago, and it was selling for, it wasn't super expensive, but it was still like pretty much retail. Now it's at the discounters already. So yeah, this is not a bad fragrance. Actually, this might be a keeper right now anyway. Is it good enough to keep both? I don't know. If I did keep both, I would keep both just because it's the set, and you can wear, Drakkar Noir, even though this is, I would assume that noir means nighttime in a sense to whether it's a nighttime fragrance. I know what noir means. I mean, I would figure this is already a nighttime fragrance. This one seems more like a sexy nighttime fragrance. But this is not a bad little fragrance, actually. Very surprised by this. And I know that absinthe, I think, is like a liquor, isn't it? Like it's supposed to be, I don't know if I'm getting booziness is my point. But I don't know if absinthe is supposed to be boozy, but this is a boozy fragrance. It's a little boozy, it's sweet, it's a little lavendery, so it has like a mainstream feel to it. It's got some, and some suede in there with a little bit of green. Yeah. Overall, right now, not a bad little fragrance, but we're going to see what happens tonight and over the next couple of days, and give you guys an update shortly. Go Frogs. What's up, guys? I just want to bring you guys a quick update on the Drakkar Intense that I did a couple of days ago. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone was safe that evening and everyone got home safe that evening. Ended up having a pretty fun time hanging out with some friends. What can I say about this fragrance? I like it. It is sweet. It is thick. It is heavy. It is slightly leathery, I guess, from the suede. It is almost like the old DNA from the original Drakkar, but a creamy, sweet, thick, heavy version of it. I like it. I like this one better than the original Drakkar. So if you like that one, you might like this one, unless you just don't like thick, heavy, sweet scents, because this one is very thick, ambery, slightly boozy. Some people are comparing this one to Creation E. I don't get that at all. Some people compared it to Obsession. I can see that a little bit, ambery and sweet, I guess. But overall, I think this one does remind me more of Pasha de Cartier, the Parfum that came out a couple of years ago. That one actually was really good. That one had more of a boozy feel too, because I think it actually had some booze in it. This one reminds me of that. It's almost like a barbershop, like a thick, sweet, vanilla, creamy version of a barbershop fragrance. And that's what I get here with this. but that is not a bad thing. Longevity I got with this fragrance was good. I got 8 hours with this fragrance. Again, for this type of fragrance, it's an eau de parfum. It's thick, heavy, sweet. It lasts 8 hours on my skin. Those types of fragrances tend to last on my skin. Projection of this fragrance wasn't beast mode, but it was really good, I will say. And it was pretty cool the other night. Not as cold as it's been lately, but it was probably like 65 in the evening. 65 and a little muggy. And this one projected pretty well. So I was pleasantly surprised with the projection. Again, not beast, but good, especially for the price you're paying. We'll get to that in a minute. But the occasions for this fragrance are going to be evening out, date night. Again, look at the black cap here, the dark juice. To me, this is definitely screams date night, evening out, suit and tie, safe for work. You're not going to find anybody at work. It's actually a very gentlemanly fragrance. Yeah, just very, very gentlemanly fragrance with a slight bit of that old school barbershop vibe to this one. Seasons for this fragrance, if you haven't guessed already, it's going to be the cooler, colder months of the year. Again, thick, sweet, spicy, slightly barbershop-y, a little green, a little herbally. Very nice fragrance. A little leathery as well. But yeah, cooler, colder months of the year. If you are going to wear this one in warm weather, I would just do a couple of sprays, but that's all you're going to need because I think that the heat will really amplify this one. So you just be careful in the warm weather. Ages for this fragrance, I'm saying 25 and up. The young guys can easily afford this one. I just don't think the younger guys will be able to appreciate what this fragrance is about. I might even venture to say 30 and up, but I'll just say 25 and up because it is cheaper in price. And some 25-year-olds would probably like this fragrance, actually. If they like that old school, this might remind them of their dad, with that barbershop fragrance. But this is just a winter version of the original Drakkar, in my opinion, anyway. Again, if you like that Pacha de Cartier, then you might like this one. But yeah, 25 and up, I think will be a safe age range for this fragrance. But overall, I do think this is a cheap but good fragrance. It's 100 mil, $30. I think I saw this for $30 on eBay. No one's faking this fragrance, guys. So $30 is pretty cheap. And for what you're getting for this fragrance, I do think that $30 is well worth this. If you can get it below that, then great. I think I saw 1.5 ounces maybe going for less, but I mean, $30 for 100 mils is a steal for this fragrance. And keep your eyes out for these at Marshalls and TJ Maxx because you might just want to get your hands on this one, especially at the price that I paid. I think it was, what did I say, 35 or something like that. It might be slightly a little bit more than I want to pay for this one. Actually, it was $31.99, so not too bad. After tax, maybe 35. We'll see. But I think you guys should get your nose on this one. If you guys like what I just compared it to or how I described it, just a sweet, thick, heavy, vanilla, creamy barbershop fragrance, pretty much. But if you don't like those fragrances, stay away from this one. But I do think this one, if you like those, you're going to like this fragrance right here. I do think it's a cheap but good fragrance. Again, it's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be completely just, hey, go out, run out there and blind buy this one. You probably want to go off of my description or just at least how I sort of try to, steer you guys clear from buying this if you don't have to. But again, like I always say, Marshall and TJ Maxx, they always have a great return policy. Just don't use too much juice, and they should be fine with taking it back. But I do think this one is worth a try. Not a blind buy worthy, unless you just want to take a chance on something that I described, guys. But has anyone other tried Drakkar Intense from the House of Guy Laroche? If you have, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below, because I'd love to hear what you guys think about this fragrance. I do think this was a perfect fragrance to wear for New Year's Eve. Because just the New Year's Eve, especially the place we ended up at. We were supposed to go to some party. We ended up at kind of a hole-in-the-wall karaoke bar. So it completely matched. Like it looked like the 70s or 80s inside that bar that we were at. So this completely smelled like right up the alley. I'm not saying this one smells too old school. I'm just saying it blended well with where we were. So, but thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and first city content just like this, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find first city photos and future contest winners. And as always, till next video, you guys take care. Thanks.